Hey there, so today I'm going to be doing a quick demonstration on my Breville Barista Express to highlight a few of the reasons why a really nice independent grinder can make a world of difference in the quality of your espresso shots and your overall experience making espresso. So I want to highlight a few things about using this particular grinder. You'll notice that I am having to grind the coffee into the portafilter and then weigh it on a scale, maybe remove a little bit of coffee, maybe add a little bit back, really trying to get exactly the right dose that I'm looking for this recipe, which is about 17.3 grams. Because this grinder doesn't offer any way to dose a precise amount on its own, I have to do this manually. More advanced grinders will have dosing features such as timed dosing or dosing by weight. Dosing by weight is a far more accurate and consistent method of ensuring the dose is the same every time, because timed dosing makes the assumption that in the same amount of time, the same amount of coffee will be ground. And that's not always true. In fact, as one coffee ages, it will take different amounts of time to grind the same amount of coffee. And of course, different kinds of coffees will also grind at different rates. Another useful feature of more advanced grinders is anti-clumping technology. You'll notice in the puck I'm about to show you that there are some large clumps in the espresso grounds right in the middle of the puck. Now, when we tamp this down, there's a possibility that it's going to cause channeling as we pull the espresso shot, which would result in uneven extraction and less than ideal taste. So how did this shot taste? Well, it pulled in about 25 seconds, which is pretty good but a little bit fast. And indeed, when I tasted it, it was a little bit under extracted. It was a fairly nice shot, but I knew it wasn't quite as good as it could be. It was a little bit too bright and it was lacking a lot of the body that I was looking for. It wasn't quite velvety in texture, it was a little bit more tea-like. So I made an adjustment to the grind. I went one setting finer, which is the smallest adjustment that I could make on this grinder, which only has 16 settings. So, keeping everything else the same, I'm weighing out the same dose, about 17.3 grams. As you'll see, it's taking me some time. I'm having to shake a little bit off, and then weigh again, and then maybe add a little bit more, and then maybe remove a little bit, and that's why those dosing features, especially the most accurate and precise ones, are so convenient. After finally getting my dose right, I get ready to pull another shot, having made the smallest adjustment to the grind size that I can on this grinder. The goal in reducing the grind size just a little bit is to slow down that extraction just a little bit, hopefully lengthening the shot time from 25 seconds to 26 or 27 seconds. Because the shot was almost perfect, but just a little bit under extracted, a little bit too bright, a little bit too acidic, not quite well rounded enough, I wanted to slow it down just a little bit and get a little bit more extraction out of this coffee. This shot ended in about 28.5 seconds. In the espresso world, 3 to 4 seconds is a pretty big leap, but that's the best that we can do given the limitations of this grinder. We are constrained to fixed settings. You can hear it click between 7 and 6. There's nothing between the two. When I tasted this shot, it was, as I suspected, a little over-extracted. There was a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of astringency, it was a little bit heavy. It wasn't quite the balanced, well-rounded shot I was looking for. I hope this demonstrates just why a grinder is so important to making good espresso. Had I been able to make a small adjustment and gotten something between 7 and 6 on this grinder, my shot would have been perfectly extracted. It wouldn't have been too bright and sour, it wouldn't have been too bitter and astringent. It would have been really nicely rounded and balanced and sweet, but with the grinder built into this machine, I wasn't able to get that perfect extraction. So having a grinder that can offer precise, infinitely small adjustments to the grind settings is really the key to taking our espresso to the next level. Some of the other features make the process of making your espresso just a lot smoother and tidier and more efficient. So that's where some of the differences will be between those grinders up in that higher tier above $500. They might have really nice anti-clumping technology so that you don't have to do as much puck preparation between grinding and tamping. Some other grinders might have really precise dosing features that actually weigh the amount of coffee, and they allow you to program exactly the same amount of coffee each time, and it's making sure that it's really exactly the same amount each time, not relying on using time as sort of a stand-in for weight, which doesn't really work because every coffee is sort of its own beast. As long as the grinder you go with has infinitely small, stepless adjustments to the grind settings, as well as some kind of a dosing mechanism that allows you to program very accurate and consistent doses, you're going to be set up for success. Beyond that, it comes down to more convenience and quality of life features, and some personal preferences as well. Regardless, I hope you feel more equipped to make an informed decision about finding the right grinder for you after watching this video. Thank you for your time.